Welcome everybody to Dr. Scott's Maths Made Simple, Episode 2, Fractions. I know you've been waiting for this, I know you've had sleepless nights, but here it is, so let's go. What I'm doing today is subtracting fractions. Last time I added fractions together, now we're just subtracting fractions. This is everyone from 2 years old to 99 years old. Everyone can know about fractions and feel like they're competent. So today I am subtracting fractions. Let me show you what I mean. If I said 3/4 minus 1/4, what would that equal, do you think? 3/4 minus 1/4, the denominator stays the same. 3 minus 1 is 2, that equals 2/4, which equals, divide top and bottom by 2. 2 into 2 goes 1, 2 into 4 goes 2. So 3/4 minus 1/4 equals 2/4, which equals 1/2. Okay, great. All right, that was easy. What if I said to you 5/9 minus 3/9? Well, they're both over 9. The denominator is 9 in both cases, so that stays the same in the answer. 5/9 minus 3/9 equals 2/9. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And that won't go any lower. We can't break that down to anything lower. So that's our final answer. Now, if I said to you, well, 3 on 4 minus 2/6. Now we have a problem. We don't really have a problem, but we've got an added degree of difficulty. 4 is different to 6. So how do we get them the same? We need the same on the bottom. We need to have the same denominator to do the minus thing or the subtracting very easily. So I won't put the equals there. I'll say to you, well, 3/4, 2/6, 4 and 6. What if we doubled 6? That would be 12. What if we tripled 4? That would be 12. Multiply that by 3 and you get 12. Multiply that by 2 and you get 12. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom, and it's okay. So let's get everything over 12. That's what I'm trying to say. Multiply all of this by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus, multiply everything by 2 because we want everything on 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. Equals 9/12 minus 4/12 equals 9 minus 4 is 5, and it's 12ths. It's all over 12, so that stays the same. So that's your final answer, 5/12. So we've changed it to the same denominator just by doubling that and tripling that. We get 12 on both sides and we can do it easily. But what if those teachers or lecturers say they gave you a curly one? 3/7 minus 1/3. Now, we want the same on the bottom, the same denominator. We've got a 7 and a 3. If we double 7, we get 14. That doesn't help us. However, if we multiply the two denominators together, 3 times 7 is 21. Let's put 21 on the bottom because we know that 7 goes into 21 because 3 times 7 is 21, and we know 3 goes into 21 because 7 times 3 is 21. So let's put 21 on the bottom. So something on 21 minus something on 21 equals. So this one, 3 times 7 is 21. So 3 times 3 is 9. 7 times 3 is 21, so 7 times 1 is 7. So 9 on 21 minus 7 on 21 equals 9 minus 7 equals 2 over 21. If you're ever in big trouble, you can't figure out what the common denominator is, just multiply them together and it'll always work. I'm just going to show you something slightly different just so you can think about it. What's 2 minus 3? What does that equal? Well, we know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 minus 3 actually equals minus 1, because on the number line, if we got 0 there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back here 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So 2 minus 3, 1, 2, 3, equals negative 1. So the same can be done with fractions. So occasionally they might throw you an extra tricky one. They might say 2 divided by 5 minus 6 divided by 5. What does that equal? Well, they're both on 5, so we have the common denominator of 5, so that's okay. So we have 5 on the bottom, 2 minus 6. Remember our number line? There's 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, minus 6, 2 minus 6, so 1, 2, so it goes up from 0 up to 2, minus 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is minus 4. So 2 divided by 5 minus 6 divided by 5 is minus 4 on 5. So that's your answer there. So you can even do negative sums that end up as a negative number with fractions as well as whole numbers. Don't ever forget a basic rule. You can never divide by 0. So 6 on 0, it's not a real number. You can't do it. You can go 6 divided by 0.00001 and you get a real answer. That's okay, because it's not 0. It's almost 0, but it's not 0. But if you go anything divided by 0, you can't do. It's undefined. You cannot do it. So don't forget that you can't have 0 as a denominator. You can have anything else except 0. So today it was just a short session on subtracting fractions. You remember, a fraction, we want something, say x minus y, minusing, and whatever this is on the bottom, we want it to be the same. If it's not the same, if it's n and p, and I'm just picking random letters here, if it's n on p and they don't go into each other and it's not easy, you just multiply n times p to get the common denominator. Okay, that's enough for now. Just a short, quick lesson on subtracting fractions. I hope that helps you in your work at school or university. Thank you. Oh, and don't forget, diamonds are really heavy. I don't know if you knew that or not. 1 gram of water, which is 1 mil of water, weighs 1 gram. 1 cubic centimetre of diamond weighs 3.52 grams, so it's 3.5 times heavier than water. The thing about a lot of gemstones is they're actually a lot heavier than normal stones, which is really interesting. One of the heaviest gemstones is diamonds. They're 3.52 times heavier than water. And I guess if you had to think of a precious metal that was really heavy, you'd think of gold. So gold, which has the symbol AU, that's the chemical symbol for gold. Gold is actually 19.3 times heavier than water. That's why, apparently, I've never done this, but if you pick up a piece of gold, it's very, very heavy. It's actually 19.3 times heavier than water. But interestingly, as I said, diamonds are 3.5 times heavier than water. Thank you. You'll probably never use that, but I wanted to tell you. Good night.